Hapada and good afternoon. The Committee on Rules hereby convenes this meeting. For the record, today is March 13, 2025, and the time is now 1:15 p.m. The first notice of this meeting was sent to all media outlets on Thursday, March 6, 2025, and posted on the Government of Guam Public Notices portal that same day. A second notice was sent to all media outlets on Tuesday, March 11, 2025, and posted on the Government of Guam Public Notices portal that same day as well. Rules of engagement: the chair will recognize a member who raises their hand to make a motion. The chair will rule a member out of order if they have not been recognized by the chair, and the chair will note that a second to a motion is not required. At this time, the Committee on Rules Director, Ms. Cameron Nelson, will now call roll of the members.
Chairperson, Vice Speaker Ada.
Present.
Vice Chairperson, Senator Dueñas. Speaker Blas. Senator Salas Matanani. Senator Borja.
Present.
Senator Calvo. Senator Gumatautau. Senator Lujan. Senator Taitigui. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator San Augustine. Mr. Chair, there is a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Director. Does the chair hear a motion to waive the approval of any core minutes?
Second.
Moved by Speaker Blossom. Okay, the chair will now move on to item 4 of the Committee on Rules agenda. I will recognize our Legislative Secretary, Senator Sabrina Salas Matanani, who has prepared the document for tracking. And again, colleagues, these documents have been available on the Google Cord meeting drive dated March 13, 2025. Senator Salas Matanani, please.
Mr. Chair and colleagues, please find the Legislative Secretary's report to date. Appointments: there are 15 pending appointments. 14 appointments were submitted by Imagahagan Guahan. 1 appointment was submitted by the Speaker of the Legislature in Guahan. As for zone changes in rules and regulations, there are none at this time. All details are available in the Google Drive. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We will now move to the next item on the agenda, sub-item B, ratification of re-referrals. Colleagues, these documents can be found in the Google Drive folder labeled 04B, legislative item logs. Does the chair hear a motion to ratify the referrals of bills 1-38 COR through 28-38 COR?
Second.
Bill 30-38 COR through 41-38 COR. Bill 44-38 COR through 49-38 COR. Bill 51-38 COR through 60-38 COR. Bill 62-38 COR through 66-38 COR. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Does the chair hear a motion to ratify the referrals of resolutions 7-38 COR, 12-38 COR, 13-38 COR, 17-38 COR, 21-38 COR, and 22-38 COR? Does the chair hear a motion to ratify the referral of appointments? We'll now move to the items cleared for consideration on the session agenda. Committee reports for the following items have been duly filed with the Committee on Rules. Just okay. Thank you. Yeah. So items 1, 2, and 3, are there any objections?
No objection.
Okay, so there's no objection, the motion carries. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we'll move back to Section 5, the session agenda. We are now moved to the items cleared for consideration again of the session agenda. Committee reports for the following items have been duly filed with the Committee on Rules. Bill 10-38 COR as amended by the Committee on Government, Finance, and Operations, introduced by Senator Sean Gumatautau, and act to add a new subsection 4131 and subsection 4131.1, both of Article 1 of Chapter 4, Title 4, Guam Code annotated relative to establishing the Government of Guam Public Safety and Law Enforcement Officers Line of Duty Death Benefit, and to require the development of administrative rules and regulations. Bill 25-38 COR is amended by the Committee on Government Finance and Operations, introduced by Senator Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes. An act to amend subsection 8104 of Chapter 8, Title 5, Guam Code annotated, relative to modernizing public hearing notice requirements by authorizing the posting of public notices in locally licensed electronic newspapers and websites.
If I
Senator?
may,
Yes.
if I may, are we now putting this on the agenda right now? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, these would be for the session agenda on these bills.
Okay, so this is the opportunity for me to make any objection to any bills that you're mentioning right now?
Yes.
Okay, so I object to Bill 25-38, Mr. Chair.
So there's been an objection to Bill 25-38 COR. All those in favor of adding 25-38 COR to the session agenda, please raise your hand. Motion passes. Bill number 34-38 COR, introduced by Anthony Atta, an act to amend subsection 2108 of Chapter 2, Title 4, Guam Code annotated relative to requiring employees who resign from Government of Guam employment to submit to and pass drug testing to retain reemployment rights if said resignation was tendered within 30 days of an employer's announcement of drug testing, and to require employees to submit to drug testing prior to reemployment. Bill 35-38 COR, as amended on Committee on Land, Environment, Housing, Agriculture, Parks, and Infrastructure, introduced by Anthony Atta, Sabina F. Paris, Christopher M. Duenas, Frank F. Blas Jr., William A. Parkinson, Joe S. San Augustine, Chris Barnett, Sabrina Salas Matanani, Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes, Shelley Calvo. An act to add a new Article 2 to Chapter 32, Title 10, Guam Code annotated relative to prohibiting the import of skincare products that pose a danger to Guam's coral reefs and marine life. Bill number 47-38, an act to add a new subsection 1909C1, subsection 1909C2, subsection 1909C3, and subsection 1909C4 to Chapter 19 of Title 1, Guam Code annotated, relative to duties of the public auditor. Okay. Our nominations for the session agenda consideration. The appointment of Donna W. Kloppenberg to serve as a member, Guam Council of the Arts and Humanities Agency Board of Directors. Appointment of Peter R. Onodera to serve as a member of the Guam Council of Arts and Humanities Agency Board of Directors. Appointment of Francisco B. Rabon to serve as a member of Guam Council of the Arts and Humanities Agency Board of Directors. Appointment of Fabrine Cruz Respicio to serve as a member of the Chamorro Land Trust Commission. Appointment of Gerald P. Yingling to serve as a member of Guam Land Use Commission. All right. Are there any motions to place on these items for the session agenda? Senator San Augustine.
You have another listing, addendum? Would you like, are you going to go over down the list also, and then we just treat it the same way as you treated the others?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Senator San Augustine. So our addendum here, we have Bill number 8-38 COR as amended by the Committee on Land, Environment, Housing, Agriculture, Parks, and Infrastructure, introduced by Senator Joe S. San Augustine, and this is an act to amend subsection A and repeal subsections D, 1, 2, 3, and 4, all of subsection 5127, subarticle C, Article 2, Chapter 5, Title 5, Guam Code annotated, relative to the extension of Government of Guam leases from 5 years to 30 years. Bill 14-38 COR, introduced by Senator Telo Taidegui, An act to amend subsection 1909C, Chapter 19, Title 1, Guam Code annotated relative to the duties of the public auditor.
Mr. Chair, if I may,
Senator Barnes, you're recognized.
just because there's a previous bill that was already put on the agenda, and it amends 19 GCA, and it's relative to the duties of the public auditor, and I just wanted to know, are there similarities to that? I don't have the bills in front of me right now, but I just wanted to know if somebody can share the differences between the two.
What's the
It's
other bill?
Bill number 47-38, relative to the duties of the public auditor, and this is also relative to the duties of the public auditor. I just wanted to get a clarification.
Senator Taitigui, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's very similar. However, the penalties are different, substantially different. However, I was actually going to bring this up too, Mr. Chair, since Bill 8 is very similar to a bill that I've introduced that was heard on the same day as the public hearing for Bill 8. So I was wondering if we can take a break and look at Bill 15, when you're through with this, actually, after you go through here to find out where Bill 15 is, which is very much like Bill 8. It was heard the same time on that public hearing. But anyways, the other thing is the penalties are different. And if we're going to talk about this, Bill 8 and Bill 15 is very similar also, and the penalties or the timeline is also very different. So that's it.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, I thank you for the opportunity to have the author of Bill 14-38 share the differences on both measures. I don't have an objection putting it on the floor, and I just wanted to make sure that because we're citing the same sections on the Guam Code annotated, I wanted to make sure that if there's differences there, then we could proceed with that. So no objection.
Mr. Chair, if I
Thank
may.
you. Yes, Senator Taitigui.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So is there a standing rules that prohibits something like that?
On the similarities
Yeah,
of bills,
yeah.
I think if there's two exact bills that are exactly alike, one perhaps would, because it's not going to make, it doesn't, one can't trump the other if they're exactly the same. Now, like for Bill 47 and Bill 14, because there's differences in the penalties,
Right.
then I think it'd be up to the,
So
it'll
it
be up
is.
to the
Okay.
members to
So I
move
just wanted,
forward, with
okay,
that.
thank you so much. I just wanted to verify that for the record so everyone knows.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Taitigui. Thank you, Senator Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes. So we'll continue on. We'll go ahead and go with Bill 46-38, COR, introduced by Senator Chris Barnett, Tello Taitigui, Sabina Flores Perez. An act to add a new subsection 85A 103.1 to Chapter 85A, Title 5, Guam Code annotated, relative to allowing the Guam Council of Arts and Humanities Agency to grant 8 master awards for award years 2018 and 2022, when the agency was unable to make the 4 awards allotted for each of the said years. Bill 57-38 COR, as amended by the Committee on Land, Environment, Housing, Agricultural, Parks, and Infrastructure. This is introduced by Senator Chris M. Duenas, V. Anthony Ada, Jesse A. Lujan, Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes, Frank F. Blas Jr., Vincent A. Borja, Shelley Vargas Calvo, Julio S. Gumataltal, Sabrina Salas Matanani, William A. Parkinson, Joe S. Sanagastine, and this is an act to strengthen housing options by adding a new sub-article 3 to Article 1 of Chapter 61, Title 21, Guam Code annotated, relative to authorizing the construction of accessory dwelling units, ADUs, in residential zones. Bill number 58-37 COR, introduced by Vincent A. Borja, Joe S. Sanagastine, Christopher M. Duenas, Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes, Jesse A. Lujan, Shelley V. Calvo, Julio S. Gumataltal. An act to appropriate $5,750,984 from the fiscal year 2025 general fund revenues collected in excess of the adopted levels enumerated in Public Law 37-125 to the University of Guam for the purpose of operations, repairs, maintenance, capital improvement projects, and accreditation-related priorities.
Mr. Chair, just to
Senator Barr.
The bill number is 58-38, not 37.
Thank you for that
Clear the record.
correction.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
58-38. Thank you again. Now we're going down to resolution number 7-38, COR, as amended by the author, William A. Parkinson, relative to urging the United States federal government to fully fund the construction and maintenance of air raid shelters and other civil defense infrastructures on Guam in light of heightened geopolitical tensions and the threat of regional conflict. And then we'll go with the, I think that's all we have on, right? Yes, yes, absolutely. So I'll go ahead and recognize first the Vice Chair of the committee, Senator Duenas.
To response, Mr. Chairman. This time I move, well, you moved, sorry, I think you moved
No problem.
1038 already?
Yes.
Okay. So at this time, I move to place 34-38 COR, authored by V. Anthony Add, Christopher M. Duenas, Frank Blas Jr., Joe S. Augustine, Jesse A. Lujan, Chris Barnett, Sabina F. Perez, Sabrina Salas Montanani, Tina Rose Munya Barnes, Shelley V. Calvo.
Yeah, I think the, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we already did it all.
Okay, go ahead and move on from me, Mr. Chair. That was the last one I had.
Speaker Blas, you have anything for Senator Borja? Nothing? Senator Gumtato?
Mr. Chair, I noticed we have still 3 appointments of boards and commissions. Are those going to be, or can they be considered for this session?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. No, right here, okay, yeah. Thank you for bringing that to me. I skipped that page. Okay. The nominations for the session agenda consideration. Thank you, Senator Gumatauta. The appointment of Donna W. Kloppenberg to serve as a member of the Guam, already, right? Yeah? I think we did. Oh, these are, yeah, okay. There we go, yeah.
That's what I meant, sir.
This one here. Okay, the appointments of Joseph F. Cameron, Artero Cameron to the Chamorro Land Trust Commission. Go ahead.
So quick. I do have a question, Mr. Chair, if I
Sure.
may. Yeah, thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Chair. I do have a question with regards that you know, we were trying to make sure that for the public purpose and transparency, that all these bills that we are moving on to the session agenda, as well as the appointments,
Yes.
sir, that they are on the website at
Yes.
this time. Okay. I did look at some of these, like Joseph Cameron and Mr. Rios and Woke, and I did not see a committee report on the website. Could we take a short recess to verify before we put anyone on the agenda that is not on the website?
Sure, 2-minute
Okay.
recess.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead, Senator Tide, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Based on your findings, then these 3 individuals are on the website and verified.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
So just for clarification, and that all the bills and all the bills that we have accepted onto the committee, for the session agenda, are there any objections to? No. Okay. That means, okay. And the appointments, the confirmation appointments?
Mr. Chair, if we can just complete the other two for the Tomorrowland Trust Commission for Mr. Cameron and Jeremy Rojas and Christine Woke, that,
Hagåtña Restoration and Redevelopment
Right.
Authority. Any objections?
no objection. Thank you.
For the appointment of Jeremy W.J. Rojas, member of the Tomorrowland Trust Commission.
So moved.
Christine W. Wolk as the member of the Hagåtña Restoration and Redevelopment Authority Board of Commissioners. No objections.
No objection.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, Senator Tydewey, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, if we are still on bills right now, onto the agenda, maybe this is the appropriate time to ask with regards to Bill 15-38, if we want to take another short recess, just to verify that, why it's not on the agenda.
Okay, we'll take a 1-minute
Okay,
recess.
thank you.
Yeah? Okay. Senator Tydewey, you're recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, for that short recess and clarifying some issues and concerns that I may have. But knowing that the opportunity for Bill 15-38 is still has an opportunity maybe down the line. So I greatly appreciate the short recess.
Thank you, Senator Tydewey. Does the chair hear a motion to adopt the session agenda? So moved. Are there any objections? Okay, awesome. So I open the floor for extension of remarks. Anyone wants to?
I do, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate all of you.